Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're looking at the attack Stohl. Uh, these are furred serpentine luxury pets from the planet of Ichtor 8. Rich, the rich wrap themselves with live Stohl, um, and they could be trained to bite their master's assailants. They were naturally poisonous, but domesticated Stohls had their poisons removed. Kind of like how we kind of do with skunks. You see people with skunks and they've removed the scent glands there. All right, so biology and appearance. In its natural habitat, the stole was a hideaway, living in crevices and feeding on small rodent like squirrels. Its natural curiosity led the stole from its den when new and interesting beings approached. Stoles averaged about a meter to a meter and a half in length. They traveled through the snow by undulating their lightly furried bellies. Their heavier top coats protected them from the cold weather, despite their personality or uh, propensity for thin caves and fissures. Stoles did not dig their tunnels themselves. Their pointed fangs were made for biting, not burrowing. They fed on small warm-blooded creatures when available, and attacked larger prey when their normal food was scarce. It is possible that the settlers in some places disturbed or killed the stole's natural prey, forcing the creatures to attack the settlers themselves. Stoles fed on the wild by injecting a virulent poison through their fangs, then feasting. Some small animals were too tiny even to bite. These are swallowed whole and digested later. Trained stoles often had their poison sacs removed. Wearing a poisonous stole was not only illegal, but stupid as well. An attack trained stole hissed loudly when its mistress was threatened, then uncoiled and reared up. Um, Beings who did not get the hint were then often bitten repeatedly until either the target fled or the owner called a halt to it. Some especially vicious trainers taught their pets to wrap around the target, biting until either fell unconscious or died. Stoles encountered in the wilderness rarely entrapped their prey. If a large target resisted, the stoles fled. Stoles' eyes are transparent, layered membranes to protect them from driving snow or crushed ice. They've allowed they allowed the animals to see with relative clarity, even in their own dim burrows, magnifying whatever light it was present. Their fangs were sharp and strong, with a poison reservoir running down the inside of each large fang. The heavy mane of fur behind the creature's head allowed it to push through loose snow, while the more sparsely furred body followed. The lower jaw hung on a drop hinge, and the gullet expanded when necessary, allowing the stole to swallow and digest large bits of meat. An effective digestive system broke down all components of the stole's meal, fusing all indigestible bones and skin into a large ball to be choked up later. Seasoned stole hunters could detect the quarry's lair by the lumps found outside or around the fissure. They could even tell how old the stole may be and when it uh, last fed. All right. So training a captured stole was a long process, but not especially difficult. Unless the stole had been abused in some way, it quickly bonded with whoever fed it by hand. Such bonds were hard to transfer, though a skilled trainer could do so. Stoles often enjoyed playing with shiny objects, much to their owner's amusement. Stoles purred contently when happy or well fed and spit up or and spit when annoyed. Their fur was luxuriously soft and was prized by some black market buyers. History wise, according to historical records, native stoles were discovered by the settlers when they emerged from the hideaways and examined dwellings and vehicles. They would wrap themselves around someone's arm and purr. The stole population was credited with wiping out ill thoughts that threatened the colonies with a uh, contagious virus. Shanti Ran, or Ren, often, a famous Hollywood star, owned a specially trained attack stole named Neela, which bit an overzealous fan during an autograph session. The media portrayed the attack as an assault. Shanti responded that the attack stole had been trained to protect her. The result of the media coverage was that attack stoles were hunted for fun and sport until Shanti Ray or Ree, however you want to put that, launched a campaign to save the species with a tremendous publicity push and numerous personal appearances. Shanti won the support of the animal activists, politicians, and fans. The stole was saved from extinction. Following Shanti's lead, stoles became a high demand for celebrities. The market for live stoles and stole trainers boomed within less than a standard year. Stole killing went from common to criminal. However, within 5 years, stoles learned to fear human contact and stoles became hard to find. So, this does come to us from Remnants of the Empire Galaxy Guide 5, Return of the Jedi 2nd Edition. Also, the Planet of Twilight was mentioned, and we have stats coming here in a second for Creatures of the Galaxy. I believe that is Volume 5. So, as we take a look here at the attack stole, it is a domestic defense pet. It does come from Ichor Eat. We have a dexterity of 3D, a perception of 2D, and a strength of 2D. Now, it does have some special abilities. Its bite does strength plus 1d damage. It's poison if it's not removed. Untreated stoles do have an additional plus 3d to their poisonous bite. This damage is stun damage only, but effects take 12 standard hours to recover from. They can coil. A properly trained stole can wrap around an opponent in a turn by successfully scoring a moderate strength or brawling hit. A coiled stole requires a difficult strength roll to disengage. Has a move of 5. Remember, your galactic standard being is sitting there with a move of 10. Size is 1 to 1.5 meters long. And this does come Creatures of the Galaxy pages 8 through 10. So I was wrong. I thought it was number 5, but just kind of. I remember seeing the pages, but I was thinking that that was volume. So I do apologize. So this is the stole, and as we can see in the picture here, it can be wrapped around like any kind of ornamental neck kind of clothing piece or whatever, and to help keep people safe, it is a very viable creature for that, especially when well trained and well cared for. It's an interesting choice. I kind of picked it just looking at it and just thinking, in the world of Star or in the galaxy of Star Wars, I mean, we have people just trying to live their day to day, trying to make sure that they're not attacked, and we have creatures here that, when well tamed and cared for, they can help with that. So I just thought it was kind of neat and interesting. Some of the creatures we don't typically get to see in the day, so glad to give it a little few minutes of spotlight here. With that being said, thank you so very much for stopping by. It's wonderful having you here. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.